Hey guys, my name is Max Blöcher. I've been a music producer now for over 5 years, and here's some of the top things I wish somebody would have told me when I started music production. So the first thing is, don't listen to everybody's opinions. You have opinions on YouTube, you have opinions from your family or your friends. The only thing you need to worry about at this moment in time when you get started is, do I want to do this? And how much time and energy can I put into this every week? So for example, if you can put over 8 hours a week into music production, that's perfect. If it's anything below 8, I would say really try to learn as much as possible in this time. What I did for the first year is I watched YouTube and then I tried to apply what I learned. The problem with that was that I got into technical knowledge way too early, so that delayed my production progress, I would say at least by 2 years. Something I can recommend to you is start with your DAW's tool. So if you work in Logic, for example, use its delay options. Try out every single delay option, see what it does, see how it feels like, and don't watch endless YouTube videos. This is so important. If you decide to watch YouTube, focus your energy on one channel you really like and resonate with, and then just binge watch their content. Because if you diversify, 5 people will tell you the same thing in their own way. But if you really think about it, professional athletes also only have one mentor they focus on, right? Usain Bolt didn't have 5 professionals working with him. He had one coach. So he had one coach he trusted, and that's the same thing in music or in anything you do. I would highly advise reducing the opinions and the noise onto one single thing, applying everything you learned immediately after you learned it, and then repeat that until you are coming to an end, and then find a new person. I would highly advise you do it like this, because that would have saved me back in the day hours of watching random YouTube videos and diluting my thoughts across all of these opinions. So focus. Just do it. So don't think and overthink, oh, will they like it? Just release music. Create a random SoundCloud profile. You can call yourself whatever you want nowadays. Create a SoundCloud profile, upload your music, and also feel free to promote it if you're happy with it. There's a great platform called Repost Exchange. That's how I started. So you basically sign up, you repost songs from other users on your SoundCloud that you like, you get credits, and from those credits, you can repost your own song on those other people's SoundCloud pages. This gives you a lot of reach at the beginning, and it's just nice to get those first likes going. Because once you get this initial attention of having 10 likes on your track, you're gonna feel so good. Trust me, I binged that at the beginning. So I first had I think 10 tracks on SoundCloud, and then I just went to Repost Exchange and I did it all day. And then I had around 20-30 likes on my first tracks. And that motivated me so much to keep going, because I saw people actually resonated with my music. So it doesn't matter. You have to get responses from people that are into the music and not people that are not into your music. For example, if you keep asking friends and family, 9 out of 10 times they're just gonna be like, oh yeah, I really like your music, because they're your friends and family. But if a stranger likes your music, it's gonna feel 10 times nicer. So in the first 2-3 months, I would learn as much as possible. And by month 4, I would buy myself KRK speakers that are budget friendly. And then I would definitely try to train my ears over websites to identify which frequencies I should use, and to identify how different frequencies sound like, and what my mix might be lacking, or what my sound design might be lacking. And then I would slowly start to mix my tracks with my own speakers, and would also send my first track to a mixing engineer. Maybe for $80 or so, I would mix down the track just to have a feeling of how does a professional mix my track, and how does it sound like when it's mixed. So once you got your track mixed down professionally, you now have a great reference point for future tracks. So now you can mix your tracks in a similar way, and you can always use this track as a reference track when you mix down future tracks. And you can also compare this mixed track to other tracks on Spotify. You can even let it be mastered and see how it would finally sound like. And then you can go from the other point of view. Because what most producers tend to do, they learn all the technical skills and then they learn the mixing and then the mastering. But what a lot of professional producers do, they pre-master their track during the production stage. And by that I just mean they sometimes put a limiter on the master chain just so they have a feeling of how does it sound like when it's all limited, the sound is limited, and what kind of creative decisions can I take because of that. So try to reverse engineer your production process also as soon as possible. I would document my entire journey on Instagram or somewhere. Don't be shy, create another profile and just upload your journey, because it's so rewarding scrolling down the feed and seeing where you started versus where you're at right now. Plus, if you have your first label signings, it's gonna feel absolutely amazing, because then you have nice references and people from that label are going to follow you as well. Collaborate, use social media, reach out to vocalists, reach out to other artists. Get a sense of how it's like to collaborate with other people. With some people you can collaborate greatly, with others it's going to be pretty hard. And this is something you cannot control. You have to fully just let your flow be. But you can control that creative flow if you have certain mechanisms and certain structures in place. Create a routine for your artist journey. Have a routine, have a healthy lifestyle. Work out, eat healthy. Other than that, it's just repeating the cycle as many times as possible. I hope that helped a lot. This is how I started. I hope you learned something here today. And if you enjoyed what you learned here today, feel free to like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Have a great day. Stay safe. Bye-bye.